welcome back to our podcast. We're here today with, I believe it's episode 11 now of Love Island UK season 12. So, nearing 2 weeks, right? It feels like it's honestly been longer than that. Is this the second full week? Or is it the third? Because
this
it's episode 11
this
now.
Monday made a week, so next Monday is 2 weeks.
Yeah, because episode 11. So it's coming up to 2 weeks now of Love Island UK season 12. And obviously we're going to get into our thoughts for this episode. Obviously, we are joined today with myself and Sarai. So, like, comment and subscribe. If you have been enjoying our talks for Love Island, you can check it out on our channel, our playlist for our podcast. It is what it is until it isn't. Let us know what your thoughts have been of this season and the past few episodes, etc. Have a conversation with us. We love having a conversation with you guys. So let's get stuck into episode 11.
Mm-hmm.
So a bit all over the place, bits and pieces of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I think drama arising in new areas now.
Mm-hmm.
A few couples now calling it quits.
Yeah.
A bit of everything.
Yeah.
A bit of drama in all areas. So first of all, because, the main culprit of this show is Harry, because he's just a weirdo. Main villain, should I say. So let's talk about Harry and Helena. So Helena is done now.
Finally.
Because she should have been done from day one. But it is what it is. Until it isn't. Anyway. Yeah, so Helena's done, which is good. It's about time.
Yeah.
You're 29. You shouldn't even be dealing with this behavior in the first place. Mm-hmm. But hey ho, you have. But now you've realized, you know what? No, I'm not doing this anymore.
Yeah, finally.
Which is about time. And Harry, obviously, since we're on the Helena situation, this guy, he's just playing a game. I think, he's just here for fun.
Yeah.
He's just here for fun because now he's trying to speak up to Shakira and now trying to rekindle something with Shakira.
Yeah. Which I'm happy that Shakira's not interested.
Good.
And I thought sometimes I don't like that about Shakira because she should have just told him I'm not interested.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Which is why,
because she didn't.
Which is why, like I said, when Ben comes up with that, I don't disagree with him.
It's true.
Because then you're going to Ben saying, or was it Ben that she went to?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it was Ben that she went to. That he just, he just chats S.
Yeah.
And it's just not what I'm thinking about right now.
But
why not tell him that?
You didn't say that to him.
But why not tell him that? I mean, I don't know why any girl in their right mind in that island would be interested in Harry anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
So why not just tell him that?
It's fair enough. But when you was talking to Harry, you were just saying stuff like, oh, do you know what? Obviously, me and Ben were obviously open in it. We're getting to know everybody, etc. But if you knew in your head...
And we can chat, we can have talks, but it's like...
But if you know in your head you're not into him like that and you're not going to give him another chance, why would you have that conversation with him?
Yeah.
You should have just said, nah, that's
kind
of like in the past for me.
Yeah.
Which you didn't do. So again, you said, it goes back to what she said in the beginning, because she said she'll say, I love you just to, what is it? To not hurt the guy's feelings? Yeah. So basically she just proved that there.
Yeah.
She obviously didn't have enough confidence to just say no.
Yeah.
So she just said, we're both open, etc. But she knows she's not going to give him another chance.
Yeah. So, and obviously, I'm happy that TONI kind of spoke to Helena a bit, and she was basically like, to be honest, like, I think you just need to stop giving him the opportunity to embarrass you.
Yeah.
And I was just like, but this is exactly it.
1,000%.
This is exactly it. This is what Helena's been doing from the beginning. You've been giving Harry the opportunity and leeway to treat you like you're nothing.
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
You kept taking it back every single time it was being silly and just laughing it off and saying, oh, you're not really into her though. She's boring and all that stuff. So you're giving him a reason to keep treating you like a mug. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then now today, he basically pulled you up on the terrace to see if he could get away with it again. Yeah. And that's why he pulled her. That's why you did it.
That's why he pulled it, because it was such a pointless conversation. And I'm just like, to be honest, he wants Helena to be sadder. Yes. And then he wants her to take over him back.
He wants that.
It was such a pointless conversation. It was
so obvious. When he took her, he was just like, obviously, I just wanted to see how you were feeling and whatever. Helen was like, I'm happy. I'm actually fine tonight. He was like, okay, that's good. That's why I pulled you, etc. And what do you think? Helen was just like, I'm done. So, and then he was like, oh, okay, well, that's it.
That's it then. No.
So he was waiting for her to be like laughing it off, or
of course he was. It was such a pointless conversation. But then he had that conversation. He went in it with an objective.
Yeah,
and he
wanted
lost.
the upper hand, and he failed miserably. And then he just ended, okay, fine, at least, can we at least stay friends so we're not hostile towards each other? She was like, yeah, I can do that.
And even when Yasmin came up again before this conversation, and she was just like, I can't even remember what she asked him, but she must have asked him something along the lines of like, are you even interested in her? And he was just like, she's alright.
Oh yeah.
And I'm thinking,
she's alright. Because it's just lust. He's just there to...
This guy's crazy.
He doesn't like anybody. He's just there to mess about.
This guy's crazy. And now, okay, so Yasmin's alright, but that's how you were acting with her. That's more than alright. And now you've gone back to Shakira, which is not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
This man needs to get off the show.
Yeah,
I don't know what he's playing at.
He's a weird one.
I'm sorry, I don't know what he's playing at.
He's a weird one, but obviously...
so Helena and Harry, that's done.
Yeah,
finally,
that's done.
Because it was getting boring.
Yeah, very boring, so I'm glad it's over
finally.
now. It's not really a shock because we have been seeing signs here and there, but Ben and Shakira are now, they've basically called it off. Mm-hmm. The two of them, they've come to a mutual like agreement or understanding that, okay, maybe this is not something for right now. Let's explore whatever with somebody else. Mm-hmm. And it was pretty mutual after, because obviously they've been arguing in little tiffs here and there, but tonight they just both came together and was like, yeah, do you know what, I've been meaning to do this and da-da-da. And they just ended it very mutually, like no hard feelings or no bitterness, just like, yeah, maybe we should just call it quits for now. Mm-hmm. And that was fine. So they're done. I mean, it's fair enough, obviously she's quite young as well, but obviously he is 22. Yeah. No, or 23. Whichever one. And she's the same age as well, but he's showing that evidently his level of maturity.
Shakira's 22?
Oh, 3 or 4. And she's around that age.
She's older than him, I know that.
Yeah, but she's around his age anyway.
Okay.
But obviously, the way she's carried herself anyway, she's a lot more mature.
Yeah.
In where she is compared to him.
Yeah, but that's normally the case when it comes to women versus men, especially around the same age. Yeah. Like that normally is the case. But I like the fact that Shakira was adamant that there are some things I'm not compromising on. That was good. When it comes to my life partner.
It's good.
And I said, well done.
Yeah.
Absolutely well done.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of the direction that Ben was taking it, and it was like, I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, it's true. There is no compromising with certain things.
There is not.
Because certain things become a big thing.
Yeah.
And this is the person that, if you're on there for love and you're on there for marriage, there's some things you cannot compromise on. Yeah, so I'm glad that she stuck to that.
Because everyone, whether you know it or not, everyone has their like moral standard of what they will accept and what they won't accept. Everyone has that naturally. Mm-hmm. Let's say like somebody, someone who's in a relationship and they say cheating is a no-go. Like it doesn't matter what it is. If you cheat, it's done. Yeah. Somebody over there might not say the same thing. Mm-hmm. So that's their moral standard. That's not their moral standard. Mm-hmm. So everyone has their moral standard, and that is a line where you say, no, I'm not going over that. Yeah. But so that's good. And I like the fact that Shakira is bold in the stuff that she says. And I like that. Yeah. There are some things where she's not, obviously, because she says I love you just to not hurt someone's feelings.
I like that, but what I don't like is the fact that she doesn't go and tell them the whole truth straight away. Yes. Yeah. That's what I don't like. Yeah. And because, with what happened with her and Blue, I think it was Harry she was with at the time. She should have told Harry, she didn't.
It's true.
And then even the whole blow up between her and Ben is because you didn't tell Ben that. You told everybody else that.
It's true.
So
I think.
But I'm glad in the end she told him exactly how she felt and ended it.
It's true. She did do it eventually. Yeah. So maybe it's that confidence thing again, where she just if there's something like she feels like saying. Maybe she just gets that thing like, but maybe that's her age, maybe it's her confidence level,
but there's nothing wrong with being afraid to hurt people's feelings, but don't do it to the point where you're now lying and being dishonest.
No, it's true.
Like, you don't do that.
Like, just get it over.
Find a way to do it, and it's probably going to hurt anyway because it's the truth, but don't hide and lie because you're afraid to hurt their feelings, because then in the end that's exactly what you're going to do.
Yeah, probably more so as well.
And then you're betraying them and you're betraying yourself, so you might as well just say it, but find a way to say it.
It's true.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. But at least she's done that now, that's over. Mm-hmm. So that was the two main, really.
I think those were the only ones that cut it off.
So, yeah, let me just go into another piece of drama because it was quite new as well. We were very surprised.
Very surprised.
Sort of out of the blue, but it made sense
came out of nowhere.
When explained. It kind of made sense. But basically...
No, but to be honest, I'm not going to lie. Like, when it was explained, it didn't make sense because I was waiting for more detail to be given.
It's true.
So obviously, the beef is between Tony and Emily. But all Tony said was, somebody was going home that day between me and Melisha and you were acting happy. And it was like, but I didn't really understand what that meant. Did it mean that she was only thinking about herself and she was happy that she wasn't the one going? Or, like, what did it mean? Like, there wasn't enough detail because it was cut off.
Yeah, I think from what I heard, it was like, because obviously Tony and Emily were quite close.
Well, she respected her.
Yeah, she did. Yeah. And Tony said that out of all of the girls, because you didn't slander her once when she met Connor in that video thing. Mm-hmm. So she respected Emily the most. And they were like this. They were talking all the time then. Obviously, recently they haven't been. But, so she was basically saying, out of the two of us, 2 people had to go home and I was one of them. And if me and you are close... why when the moment is tense and everything, why am I I'm seeing you across the villa and you're smiling. You're sitting there smiling.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Yeah, knowing that obviously you're safe. But why are you smiling? If me and you are close and I'm up there and I'm fretting, I could go home. Why am I catching your eye and you're smiling?
Okay, because I didn't know about the whole, because I don't know. I just didn't catch that was what Tony was explaining, that it's
That's
because they were close. Because she
so.
No, but she never said that.
Why would she get affected? She wouldn't care otherwise. It's because they kind of built a friendship.
Well, she never said that, and I didn't think they actually built a friendship. I just thought they had a mutual respect because Emily didn't, like you said, slander her.
Yeah,
she went about it respectfully.
Yeah,
but I saw it in a way that was like, oh, Emily's sitting there smiling because she's safe, knowing that 2 people. One of them is going to go home. That's how I saw it. And fair enough. Because if nobody else was... It's not a smiling matter because somebody's going to go home.
Yeah.
So I saw it like that. And then obviously Tony was like, whoa, okay, what's going on here?
Yeah.
So, but I think it was out of the blue in a sense where nothing was coming up about Tony and Emily until now.
Signs,
So there was no signs.
So it seemed out of the blue. But maybe they haven't been talking, but... they've just purposely maybe not shown that.
Yeah.
Because, we haven't seen evidence of them two falling out. Maybe we just haven't noticed.
Yeah.
Because, Emily's been a little irrelevant recently anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, that drama came up. And then it was funny. Listen, Tony is just funny.
Yeah.
Tony's funny because she says it how
she doesn't care.
She says it how it is.
Yeah.
She says it how it is. She's not going to hide away from the truth. And if she's feeling something, she's just going to say it. And what was funny is that when Tony is trying to explain what she's feeling and when she's trying to speak about the situation, Emily just keeps bringing up Connor.
Yeah, all the time.
She said 1,000 times, it's not even about Connor. You really just don't get it, do you?
Yeah.
Like, it's not about Connor. How many times have I said
even after she explained, why she stopped liking her, after the night of the dumping, you still brought up Connor.
Like, did you not just hear?
But when she explained it, she didn't mention Connor. So how did you get Connor in your mouth?
And that's probably why Tony walked off, because it's like, why do you keep bringing up this man?
Yeah.
It's not about him. How many times do I need to say that?
And to be honest, Tony is not even that kind of girl. If she had an issue with you and Connor, she would have said it already. But why would she when she literally said, I'm taking myself out of the situation?
After a few days, she literally said, okay, I'm removing myself.
Yeah.
So why would she still be fretting about that?
So I don't know what's wrong with Emily in that sense.
Tony's not the type of girl to hold that against you and not say that to you.
And she wouldn't hold it against you anyway. If anything, she's going to hold it against Connor. She's not going to hold it against Emily.
Yeah.
So
you're making it about a man when
it's not about a man.
A man.
Is that all it can be about? Honestly, men.
But the thing is, without Connor, who's Emily? That's the thing.
It's true though.
You literally have been irrelevant. I've not seen you. Mm-hmm. So you probably have to bring up Connor.
And clearly that's like becoming a bit suffocating for Connor. Because that's what he was telling. That's what he was saying.
I thought it was nice though. It was real.
I thought it was good of him to say, "Listen, I like my own space. I'm a very independent person.
I'm an only child, so I like my own space. That's what I'm used to."
But he's saying so. Obviously, he's saying she's all over him also, it's difficult to live with someone you're dating, which fair enough. And then also he's saying even the fact that, she hangs around with who he hangs around with, he just feels like it's a bit too much.
He doesn't have stuff for himself. Yeah. Fair enough. And I liked it, to be fair.
100%.
That's honest, that's natural. Like, if obviously he's an only child, but like, if you're an introvert, that's literally what an introvert is.
Absolutely.
So, no problem with what you're saying.
There's no problem with it.
The realest thing I've probably heard on Love Island.
Definitely. But I think he should be telling Emily that, because I don't think it's a problem. I don't think that's an issue to be telling Emily, because at the end of the day, it's a big thing for an introvert to be able to have their space.
Oh yeah.
To be on their own. That's part of being an introvert. Yeah. So there's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's what I'm noticing with Connor as well. Connor shies away from conversations he should be having.
He does.
Because that's what he did.
With Tony.
Yes.
He did that. And even Tony was like, don't you think I should have heard that from you first? It's like, when he feels like he needs to say something that might be a little negative, he shies away from it.
Yeah.
And I don't think he means to do it like maliciously.
No, I don't think he does.
But hopefully he learns to just get
and
it off
maybe
his
that's
chest.
an introvert in him as well.
It could be.
But because
I like Connor, so I don't have a problem. And I don't think he's doing any of it maliciously.
No.
I don't think he's bad at all.
No.
He maybe just needs to have more experience with learning to just say it.
Yeah.
And not always think about, but what if and all of that. Just say it.
Yeah.
As long as you're saying it respectfully and whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
And
he does.
From a, sincere heart or whatever.
Yeah.
Just say it.
So obviously, like, because we're on Connor, obviously, might as well talk about the fact that Connor is interested in Megan, which I just don't think, like, I just don't know what's the point. I feel like Megan is acting closed off. Yeah. So I don't even know why you would go there. Yeah. Fair enough, like, you're interested, fair enough, but I feel like, I don't know, I feel like read the situation a little bit.
Yeah.
Because Megan is acting closed off, Tommy is acting closed off.
Yeah.
I don't think Connor betrayed anybody at all, but I do personally think that he should have told Emily, and I think he should have told Tommy. Yeah. I don't think there was any point him telling Dejan. Dejan's not in the situation, and we should not be getting advice from Dejan anyway, because look at Dejan's situation.
And you see, this is my problem. So every season there's always someone that everyone goes to, and they're not even a good example. As in, why are you going to them?
Mm-hmm.
I think India's year. I think it was India's year. Everybody went to Luca.
Oh yeah, I think so.
Do you remember that?
I think
in Casa Amor, they all consoled him.
Yeah.
Everyone went to Luca. There was another year. I think they did it a little bit with Dami, but that makes sense. But like, it's like every season, there's always someone they appoint to go to, but then that person isn't even a good example, as in, why are you going to them in the first place?
Mm-hmm.
Dejan. Why is every guy speaking to Dejan, asking Dejan for advice like some guru, and Dejan is just like, yeah, you know what, I think you should do this, and maybe just do it in a respectful way. You can't even talk.
You've been respectful.
You can't even talk.
I couldn't believe I was like, why would you go to Dejan?
And who are you to give that advice?
Please stop talking.
You're not even taking your own advice, but you want to give that advice to somebody else. Me, if that was me, I'm ignoring everything you just said. And
then even bringing us to the conversation that Dejan was having with Harry, where Harry was like, oh, if it was somebody that I was really into at the beginning, then I wouldn't have done these things. And Dejan, they had a spud, and I was just like, oh, so you basically are saying that you're not really into Meg.
I mean, he's been saying that.
That by spudding him, that's what you just admitted.
He's been saying that without saying it. He's been doing that. We're not dumb.
This guy, I don't know. Anyway, that's another conversation, because not much happened with Dejan and this episode.
Not really, which is good.
Yeah, because
need a break from them, honestly.
Yeah. But obviously, that's Connor and Megan. So, I mean, I don't think anything's going to come out of it anyway. Emily had a chat with him and was like, it's disrespectful. Yeah. Which she kept repeating, and I was just like, yeah, we get it.
Yeah, she said it like 5 times, like, it's just disrespectful. Yeah. And then even towards the end.
we get it.
Even towards the end, she made a face.
Yeah. No, that was about Tony.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
She made a face, you were like,
no.
You were like, what is she doing?
So that's like that. So obviously now we're seeing, I mean, Shakira and Tony are like, they're like the same person. Yeah. So I'm not really surprised that Shakira also doesn't like Emily.
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me.
It
was surprising in a way that it was like, where is this coming from? Because we haven't seen it.
Yeah.
But if Tony doesn't like her, I'm not surprised Shakira doesn't.
Yeah. The two of them are like this.
Yeah, they are. So, you can tell. Yeah. And they have been since she came into the villa.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it didn't really surprise me.
That was funny. Just both of them were just like, no.
Yeah, and only them.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, obviously Meg had to be the one to go and tell Emily. Meg and Megan are in... Megan. They're in everyone's situation. Honestly. Like, all of the time.
I'm sorry, and I'll say it again. I don't like Megan. Why am I always hearing your voice? Come on now. Can't you just be quiet for one episode? Mm-hmm. You're talking on everybody's situation all the time.
Yeah.
We don't need to hear you.
Yeah.
We just don't. Everybody has got it sorted.
Yeah,
they say ask for your voice.
Yeah.
Please don't put your input in. We don't want to hear you anymore.
Yeah.
Well, I don't.
No.
But,
yeah.
I mean... Yasmin, yeah,
I was about to bring up my Yasmin as well.
Yasmin, I don't know. She's a different kind of species. This one, she's a weird one. And I think what we were saying in last episode, she knows exactly what she's doing, and she just doesn't care.
Yeah,
and I think, and it's and you can sense it. Like every time someone pulls her up on it, the girl's just like, yeah. All the time. She doesn't care. Mm-hmm. Stop pulling up. She doesn't care.
But plus, at the same time, she doesn't like the fact that, and I don't, for this reason, I don't like Yasmin, because she doesn't like the fact that everybody is putting everything on her. And I feel like it's such a common mentality for somebody who breaks up homes. Do you know what I mean? Like,
it's a cop-out.
But it was him, and and he said this to me, and he wanted me, it's always him. It's always him because he's the one with the loyalty, so he shouldn't be speaking to me. But you're speaking to him as well.
It's both.
So ways. I feel like that's why I don't like her, because her mentality is a thing where it's like, oh, but it wasn't me, it was him. He broke it, I didn't.
Yeah.
No, you're both in the wrong. But you most importantly, actually not even you most importantly, because the person that is in the relationship is most at fault.
Yeah.
Yes, but you went there. You went there knowing that you would break up a relationship.
Yeah. And the thing is
so that's why I don't like her.
Yeah, and the thing is with Yasmin is, and even just maybe women like that, because obviously there are women like that, you have to take responsibility as well.
Yeah, you do.
He might have more loyalties than you, because he's the one who's with somebody in a relationship, in a marriage or whatever. She said she breaks marriages up for fun, for a challenge. Mm-hmm. So they might have more of the loyalty and more of the responsibility and more at fault in a way. But some of that is still you. Because you went there. You went there with the plan to break something up. You went there with the plan to see, oh, let me just see what I can get here. Mm-hmm. That's still you.
Yeah.
Nobody asked you to do that. You said you like doing that for fun as a challenge.
Yeah.
So accept responsibility. No one's putting everything on you, but it's because you're accepting no responsibility.
Yeah.
And like at the end of the day, if he didn't want to, then he wouldn't. Yeah. But you are still instigating that.
Yeah.
Which makes you a certain type of person.
Also, yes, it does. And you also don't have enough respect to go about it a certain way. This is Love Island. We're not saying don't do your thing, but there's a way to do it.
But she doesn't care.
But she doesn't care.
This is the thing. Care in the real world.
Exactly. So it's bringing it out in the island.
Oh, yeah.
In that sense, it's like, oh yeah, she's true to herself. Fine.
Honestly.
But what does that really get you? Because what kind of woman are you?
Yeah.
And you need to understand that what makes you deserve a relationship where your partner's going to be faithful and you get married and you have kids and whatever, but you've broken up relationships.
Marriages as well. So why should yours then last? You know what I mean?
And this is not wishing anything bad on her.
No, it's true though.
I don't know what sets you apart from all of those relationships you've broken. You only think about yourself. Yeah. She has a very selfish mentality.
Oh yeah.
A very I'm going to do what I want and I don't care. And then when people give you stick, but I don't know why everyone's talking about me. And,
exactly.
And what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
That's the same type of woman to obviously not like it when it gets done to them.
Absolutely.
But it's like, love, you spent a lifetime breaking up marriages and relationships. So now when another girl comes in and your man cheats on you with that woman, you're the same type of woman to not like that and to get mad at him. But love, you spent a lifetime doing it.
But that's what you do.
So it's different when it's done to you, but you can keep doing it to next man every time.
Exactly.
She's the type of woman to be like that.
Exactly.
And that's why I don't know. I don't even know if she's even on Love Island for a relationship.
Mm-mm.
She doesn't strike me as somebody who wants a relationship. She wants sex and she wants to just mess up other people's relationships.
Yeah,
That's what she wants. She's not on there for a relationship.
She's not on there for a relationship.
When she is ready for a relationship, she just needs to be careful.
Yeah.
Because why can't that man do what
you've done?
What you do to other men. Why can't he do that to you? In all honesty.
And other women.
Why not?
Because you're not just affecting the man, you're affecting the women and you're affecting the children. If you've broken up marriages with children, you're affecting everybody. So
yeah, she's I've never seen a woman like this. She's and
especially not on Love Island.
Never on Love Island.
So
you seriously brought somebody on who has no intention of finding love, because that's the way she has no intention.
She doesn't, man.
She has jumped from man to man to man to man.
She doesn't.
And
it's the same with Harry. Harry's not looking for a relationship either.
He's a liar.
So I don't know why this man tried to come on and say he was ready for marriage and kids.
Liar. You don't act like
don't
that.
Know what he's talking
marriage.
About.
No, lie.
No.
Lie.
Yeah. And then obviously like just quickly, somebody, I don't even remember who it was, but somebody I think it was Helena. She was like Tony's only acting like this because Harrison is pulling girls for chats. And I'm thinking, no.
Yeah.
No.
No, just no. You think these people
do you
don't
not know Tony?
That's what,
do you not know Tony? She doesn't have the time.
She doesn't. She acts like she doesn't have the time. Like, stop projecting what you would do, how you would feel, how you would act on a girl who knows who she is. Let's not do that.
Yeah, no.
She has shown time and time again, I haven't got the time.
So, I don't know where that came from. No. Just absolute no.
No.
Yeah.
Helena's
another one that just loves to talk. But, you know, when I did see what Tony was saying, like Emily wants to be in everybody's business, was when she was sitting with Helena. She was sitting with Helena bashing Harry. And then the next time we saw her, she was sitting with Harry.
Yes.
With Connor.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm there thinking, because see, if that was me and I've just bashed the guy to my friend, do you know what I would do when he comes with his sob story? I would walk off or I would cuss him.
Yeah, it's true.
Because why am I sitting there listening to your story and I don't even believe a word you're saying?
Yeah.
It's like Megan. I don't even think Megan would sit there and listen.
Yeah. Yeah.
She would have something to say.
Yeah.
So I kind of saw it there where it was just like, why are you finding yourself in this conversation and you were just sitting with Helena? No. So, I mean, I don't really care for Emily. No. I don't really care for Emily. I like Tony.
Yeah.
But, you know, Yeah. So I don't really care. But I hope more happens between them in the next episode because I want more details.
More clarification.
Yeah, more clarification. And Tony to just shut it down, to be honest. Honestly, because
she will.
Yeah. Oh, she definitely will. She definitely will.
Easy.
But she walked off because she got annoyed. Fair enough, because you keep mentioning Connor.
So stop talking about him. I'm not talking about him.
Do you know what I mean? Exactly.
That's very annoying.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So I can understand her.
Yeah.
But I want, you know, her to pull her again and be like, listen, like, this is what it is.
She will.
I don't like you.
Yeah.
You know, or something.
Yeah. This is why.
Yeah.
It's nothing about Connor.
Yeah, just say it again. For her to just get it a little bit. Yeah. You know, because I don't know where that came from anyway. And I don't know why you thought it had to be about a guy. We're not Meg.
No.
Like, we're not.
No.
So, yeah.
No. But yeah, I mean, a bit of everything, bit of drama everywhere, to be honest. Long one because, you know, there was a lot to get through. Let us know what you guys thought of this episode as well. Are you on the same page with us in terms of like the Emily and the Tony situation? Ben and Shakira now being done. You know, Helena finally moving on from Harry. Harry now trying to crack on again with Shakira. Like, this is just a mess. Season 12 is a mess. It's all over the place, guys. But let us know what you guys thought about this episode and your thoughts on the season so far. And yeah, we look forward to seeing you in our next episode on the podcast.